love Sakura-Con. They're the best.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex Sorgan. I am currently doing the English voice of Lloyd Forger in Spy Family. I've been doing the anime game for about 13 years. I've been in a bunch of shows that you may recognize, like old shows like Death Parade and Psycho-Pass, and newer shows like My Hero, and the continuing saga of One Piece and all of that good stuff. I've also been a theater actor for most of my life, and have kind of just recently started doing the convention game with these lovely ladies, but very excited to be here and to hear your questions.
Yes. Do you know that?
Sure. Hi,
I feel
everybody.
like I've already spoken a lot. So.
Yeah, a wild guess which one of the two we are.
Gee, which one do you play, Natalie? Dog?
Fourth.
Are you Frankie?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Anthony Bowling here. Hi everyone, my name is Natalie Van Sistine. I am the voice of Your Forger, the mom in Spy Family. Our favorite anxiety queen, we stand. You can also hear me in, I've done quite a bit of anime recently, especially, so you can hear me in, I'm so excited for My Hero Academia Season 7. I'm going to be playing Star and Stripe. Yes! I'm also in Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury as Miorine. And yeah. I love seeing all the Gundam hats. Or headbands, everyone. This is great. And I also play Serval in Honkai Star Rail, so done quite a lot in the gaming front too. So I'm very excited to be here. I'm also an adaptive writer too. I wrote a couple episodes of the last season of Spy Family, actually. And I'm an audio engineer too, so I was the head engineer on a number of different titles like Kageki Shoujo. Megan was really good in that one. You should watch it. Dragon Goes House Hunting, stuff like that. So yeah, I've been doing the anime thing for a couple of years now, and it's really fun. I love getting to come meet you guys here. This has been great.
Hello everyone. I'm Megan Shipman. I've been doing voiceover for, this year will be 11 years. Woo! I'm in a lot of things. I am Anya in Spy Family. Cheer for me. No, I'm so much power. I'm drunk with power. But yeah, I'm in other things like My Hero Academia as La Brava. I am Sasha in Attack on Titan. Potatoes! Love it! The energy is so good. And then, what else am I in? I don't know anymore.
Kageki Shoujo.
Kageki Shoujo, yeah. Honestly, it's easier if you Google it. You'll probably find a list faster than I can remember. Maple and Bullfurry. I forget we're at an anime con, so I can name all these animes and people will actually know Black Clover. I'm gray. I don't know why Black Clover is like popping off right now. It's a mystery to me, but everyone's like, oh, it's great. I'm like, good, I'm glad. It's crazy. I don't know what's happening, but something is happening and everyone loves it. I love that for us. What am I in right now? I'm in Tales of Wedding Rings, if anyone's watching that. Okay, great, yeah. I know why you're watching that show. Listen here, this is a daytime panel, but listen, I'm side-eyeing all of you. I play Nefrides, the lovely elf girl. She's very cute, it's very fun. We always joke, between takes I always go, oh my god, I do stupid jokes in that kind of a voice. Like, she's like, I'm a shelter girl who reads books and I don't get out anywhere, but I magically know everything about the whole world. It's really great, good times. But yeah, and I also have done, besides voice acting, I've also been a director. I've directed a handful of shows like Love Live, Nijigasaki High School, Anime, Idol Club School.
And she's been totally cool at some of the
Oh my god, I got to meet them and I almost threw up. I legit was like, I'm gonna die. And I assistant direct, I do a lot of music adaptation and stuff like that. So if you watch One Piece and you watch like the Whole Cake Island arc, you're welcome. All that music was because of me. I went insane because of it. But it turned out great, so mission accomplished. So yeah, we're here to answer questions and to have a good time. We're gonna probably just use this front microphone right here. And if you guys want to, without pushing or shoving, just nicely line up for questions, and then we'll get through as many as we can. And don't worry, we will have someone give us a warning. I don't know. Oh, Alex is on it. He's got it.
Yeah, also, please try to keep it to one question. No
Yes.
multi-part, not part one, not part two, not A or
That way we
B.
can get through as many questions
Yeah, we
as
want
possible.
to give everyone a chance.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Also, feel free to turn that the mic around so it's
Oh,
pointing
yes.
towards you too.
Yes, yes,
Those
yes.
are the nice durable ones. Don't throw them, but they could survive. So
They'll survive. So they're not. Yeah, they'll be fine. So yeah, and make sure you get right up on that microphone so everyone can hear your question. And yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Yay!
Hello, this is Mike Ella with the press.
Hello.
So, what's your guys' thoughts on that new Spy Family Code White?
Oh yeah, there's a movie coming out, guys. Yeah, there's a movie. Oh my God.
April 19th, you can pre-order your tickets now.
Yeah, go do it. Everyone, you can. It's allowed. You can get on your phone and order one right now. It's fine. That's acceptable.
It's considered on-topic behavior.
It is. It is. But yeah, we're excited. We're so excited. The movie is so good. I'm just excited. I made a lot of funny sounds. I'm not gonna spoil it because I know it came out in December in Japan, but for those of you that haven't seen it, don't worry, we won't spoil it. But yeah, I make a lot of funny sounds, and I can't wait to look at my dad at the premiere and go, "Are you proud of me, Papa?" And if you've seen the movie, you know exactly why. But yeah, we're excited.
We're very.
Yeah, we're very excited. We think it's very funny.
Everyone sounds awesome.
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
I gotta ask you about this scene later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not, because I don't want to spoil it. So,
Oh, right, yeah.
But there's a very sweet scene between Anya and Lloyd. Yeah, and I loved that. That was so nice. It was so sweet. You'll see it. You'll see it in the movie.
Well, we think it's really good. We think
Yeah.
it's really strong material.
It's like 2 hours and 45 minutes long.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It is.
2:45.
Yes, it's 2:45.
Are you sure it's not? Is it time code where it starts at 1 hour and then
I don't think it is.
Because that, yeah. 'cause-
Maybe I'm crazy. I
Yeah,
don't know.
because
I
when you
just look at the
time code,
numbers on the screen.
Yeah, when you time code, it starts at 01,
that's
and then
stupid.
when it hits an hour, it's the second hour.
Well, maybe they shouldn't do that. That makes no sense, Natalie.
Thank you, Spy Family Rules.
Thank you. Go watch the movie. Either way, it's a long movie. Go watch it.
Hi guys.
Hi.
So my question is, when it comes to your roles and what you select, are you like approach or do you audition? 'Cause I know for you, it's probably, sorry, a little jarring going from Anya to Bochi the lewd elf.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah. Yes, she really is. She's something. It's, a lot of the stuff we do is audition based. Sometimes we're just like cast. Sometimes if a director's simuldubs are so, I don't know, they're so quick turnarounds, that sometimes the director's like, I know who I want to be in this. I don't need to do auditions. I'm gonna do this set of people. Or maybe sometimes they work on 2 shows at once, so sometimes they'll do auditions for 1 show and then they'll kind of just cast other people in the other one because they only have time to do auditions for 1 show. So yeah, it's kind of auditions or just people being like, hey, do you want to do this part? Are you cool with this? Are you cool with this content? I'm like, yeah, I'll do whatever. That's me. I'll do whatever, girl.
Yeah, I got really lucky on this one. Chris George, our buddy who directs this show, who's fabulous, he had directed me in several shows in the past, and we have a really good working relationship. And I actually wasn't actively auditioning at the time, but he called me directly and said, hey, I have this part that I'm hearing you in my head. Would you mind submitting an audition? And I said, yeah, sure. And then we started like the next week. So I just got really lucky that that I've worked with Chris a bunch and that he was kind enough to hear me in the role. But you know, everyone, it's different for everyone. I've auditioned for shows for years, and sometimes they just call you, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like for Spy Family, that one was an audition that went out, and it was. I had gotten a couple auditions, but I think that might have been one of the first times I'd ever read for Chris, our director, and it was definitely the biggest project I had the opportunity to audition for at that point. So I was like, that was like one of the times where I kind of went above and beyond for Spy Family in a way I normally don't have the time or ability to do, and like I really was like, I want to nail this. So I was lucky that we had a copy of the manga in the house too, because when I was going over it, I was like, oh, I want to connect better to this character, and I feel like I don't quite have it like zeroed in. And then because I was able to read the manga and have that copy there, and it really just everything just lined up perfectly, I was really able to connect with Yor very quickly. Like for me, a big point was that I could relate to her anxiety and how, because you know, shockingly, that's not a problem. But I could really relate to Yor so profoundly in that way. But then I was like, you know, as an actor, when you go into the booth, you kind of have to shut all that out and just do the job. And I was like, oh, so when she's an assassin, that's like her mode of doing that, and then you kind of come out afterwards, and then you go have an anxiety attack in the car afterwards. But you know, in the moment you're good. So that was kind of what I channeled there, and so that worked out. But normally, I was talking about this in my solo panel yesterday. A lot of us kind of have a mental. None of you are going to know what a Rolodex is, but like
some of them will.
Thank you. But basically, you have kind of different stock voices, essentially, where you go, okay, if this character is labeled like the best friend character, if this is the big sister character, if this is the mom, the soldier, like you kind of have a place in your head where you're like, okay, I know exactly what voice will be my starting point, and then as you look at the audition, you get other keywords like for your like anxious, you would say, you know, an assassin, but anxious. And you go, oh, okay, what would that voice kind of sound like? And you can start to build from there. So you have your kind of your stock voices essentially, and then you customize them for each audition depending on what the context is. So I think of it as like a Rolodex where you kind of, you know, flip through until you find the one you want, and then you start using that and customizing it for the particular project too. So that's how most of my audition prep goes.
Well, I think the one thing that works for you is that you're going from mom to America's mom.
America, that's right. The USA, baby.
It was so funny with Star and Stripe. I sent my mom the clip, and I went, "Mom, I'm really excited. This is another cool role." And she goes, "Is she supposed to be she's like, is she gonna be a villain?" I was like, "No, she's just very patriotic. she's so legit. It's just like genuine. It's beautiful." And she goes, "Oh, that's great. I love that."
Well, hello.
Hello.
All of 10 minutes. You mentioned music adaptation, and that is a role I have not heard of before, so thank you for doing that for One Piece.
Yes.
What all does that entail?
A lot of music adaptation. We've done a lot of it for a lot of projects over the last few years. So if there's songs and anime, and there's so many, because idol music has become such a thing, especially, and they're like, there's no idols in this show, like, let's just put an idol song in here for the waifus, you know? So they'll do it or whatever. But yeah, for some projects, if Crunchyroll is able to work with the licensor and make a deal to be like, yes, you are allowed to dub this song for the show. Because there's a whole thing with that, and songs are a separate thing to license, and so if that ever happens, you know, they work it all out, and you usually have, again, kind of like script adaptation, where you have lyric adaptations, and a lot of that comes down to, you know, are there mouth flaps? Sometimes for songs, they animate flaps very specifically, so the lyrics adaptation can be kind of tricky because you want to make it look as natural as possible. And so yeah, you adapt it, and then sometimes you'll pass it off to me, and where then I go in and I double check all the sometimes I write the adaptation, sometimes it's already done and they just want me to double check and make sure it looks good. And then I will make practice tracks for all of the singers that we're gonna bring in to do whatever we need. So I make like a scratch track and I just for them to practice with. They send it off, then we book the time, they come in, and then I direct them singing. And those are really fun sessions because they're kind of the same, but also it's a lot more making people feel comfortable because singing is a very vulnerable thing, kind of like acting, but I feel like it's even more vulnerable in a sense. It's more of just you. Yeah, so yeah, it's really fun. And then we record it like we would dialogue, but we just kind of sing through things and pick what we like, and we use technology to our advantage, and it's really great. And yeah, and then they send it off and they mix it and it's beautiful and it's awesome. And yeah, so kind of the same process, just a different, like parallel to like regular script adapting, but yeah.
Yeah,
super fun.
Super cool.
From the engineering perspective, I really like recording songs because too, you don't have to worry about having like one perfect run. Like you can focus on little chunks and really just nail specific phrases, and then we can all piece them together, and it comes
And they
together.
sound great, yeah. Like if there's one really hard musical run or something, you can just hone in on that one, and it's really fun. So yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Heyo.
Hello. Oh, hot mic.
Anyway, first of all, how do I look?
Good.
You're good. You're good.
Anyway,
Blinded by lights, so we can't
We
quite.
can, yeah,
we
we're
can see a silhouette,
bright
yeah.
lights, but it's okay.
it's really cool. Firstly, that your character Megan shares the your character's first name, with
Yeah.
a certain Taylor Joy.
I know, right? Yeah.
So, but my question to you is, for all three of you, what is the favorite aspects of your respective characters?
Ooh, good question.
Ooh.
Do you want to go? You've been very
Oh, I
silent.
don't care. Yeah. So, what I love a couple things about Lloyd. I love I connect with him really well because he is essentially an actor. Like that's his skill set. Is that he's able to effectively convince other people that he is someone other than himself, in the service of his mission. And I am also an actor, so that's a nice, easy parallel. But what I love about Lloyd is that he typically has to present as so very straight and together and completely in control of his faculties and his emotions and all of that stuff, where often simultaneously on the inside, he is experiencing the exact opposite state. And so getting to like toggle back and forth between like very confident, but actually kind of like emotionally melting down on the inside.
All because Anya's been an idiot.
Right. I enjoy that. I relate to it. But yeah, I think those are probably my favorite aspects of the man.
I like, I don't know, I just like the sheer childness of Anya. Like, I don't know, she's written, it's such a simple concept, right? To write a child and write them such very innocently and purely like an actual child. And you think there would be more of that, but for whatever reason, that seems difficult to do for some writers. Like, I don't know, I've never seen like a more perfect child character than Anya, because she really is just like stream of consciousness. Things don't have to make sense, but they're logical to her. Even if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter.
I'm telling you, the magic sauce of this show, I've said it since day one, is that she's a regular dumb kid.
Yeah, she is.
She's not hyper intelligent. She just has this superpower, but other than that,
But it
she's
sure
just
doesn't help
a
her
dumb
very
kid.
much.
So that's-
She can know the answers, but she can't write them because she can't spell, It's so funny. And so yeah, it is like she's just a regular kid who happens to have this power that doesn't always help her, is not always useful. And yeah, that's just what I like about her. I just like that she is a genuine child, and it's so fun to get to do that, because they get to have all these scenes where they're like plotting and they're like, I have to calculate my every move, and then I'm over here like blah 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 bleep bleep blah. Like, I got a ball. And then she runs in the middle of the street and Lloyd's like, no. So yeah, it's great.
I would say for I love how she feels like a whole complete person, and that there are so many aspects to her where she kind of had to be parentified kind of early and has this kind of nurturing side to her and this desire to be the best older sister and then mother that she can be. And then she struggles with her confidence to be able to pull anything off, and she's been not able to have like a normal life where she was able to socialize and kind of understand people's skills like at all, to where she's trying to figure that out now. And she's so earnest and trying so hard, and she cares so much about doing her best and making sure that other people know that even when she's not at that point, that people see that she's really trying and cares about doing it. Even if she's just bungling her way through it. But then she is so capable, like in those moments where she has been trained and she's so confident. She just has this incredible air about her, and I just love all those facets of her, and it's so fun to try to figure out how that whole puzzle piece comes together. And the cruise ship arc in season 2 was so much fun for that purpose specifically, because you really finally get that scene in her head where she's examining, like, why am I still doing this assassination job? Why did I do this in the first place? Where am I even coming from? Feel like I've just kind of did this as a utilitarian thing. Do I actually have a stake in this? So I just love that there's so much to her and so many different aspects that, you know, every scene with the whole family, and then she fits right in with their own sort of needs and neuroses, and that they all just complement each other so perfectly, and they just really make this very strong whole unit as a result of how complicated and how much they're all going with. So I love that about Yor, but I love that about the whole family dynamic as well.
And I wanted to share one last thing is a thank you for coming here. This is Anya Forger in a Mariner jersey. I hope you like it.
It is very cute.
That's perfect.
It's adorable. I love it.
Hope you like it, you guys. Thank you.
Beautiful,
Cheers.
thank you.
Hello. Trying not to blow out the speakers.
It's okay, it's okay.
What was my question again? Okay, question for all three of you. What has been your favorite line in the show so far?
I can see her boobies!
You have the easiest response to
I
that question
know, I
every
am so
time.
easy. It's just a softball question now. Listen, which one do I pick?
I want you to be exactly who you are.
Oh, that's the complete opposite of mine.
I really love the first episode of season 2. So I can't sit on my butt.
Great, thanks.
Yay. They're funny.
I also have a question for all three of you.
Yeah.
What is there anything you relate to your characters that just makes it so much easier to voice them because you can know what they're going through?
Have we noticed the through line for me is anxiety?
Love anxiety.
I mean, because like honestly, her voice is pretty close to my baseline, but then if you throw a little bit of anxiety in there, then all of a sudden, you know, she's breathier, and that's where yours sits.
It's like when I took you on a ride at Universal and you almost like wanted to throw up.
Yeah,
And
Megan.
I almost killed her.
Yeah, no, I told Megan, I was like, I'm good with forward momentum. Let's not do anything.
And I
that
said,
goes backwards.
okay, and then I forgot that the whole ride I took her on was just side to side. And then I ruined her.
Yeah,
And she
I
was
was-
like, ah, just like you were in that one episode.
Yeah.
I broke you. I'm sorry. I was like hollering. I was like, come Natalie, don't die. I was like, you told me. I really betrayed her trust. Oops, not on purpose. Let's see. I don't know. What do I relate to? I don't know. I just like having fun. Like I said, it's like going in and it's just like blah blah blah, whatever. Because again, I'm usually not like doing the cool things. If anything, she's just like running around like, I'm gonna help, and then she like draws ketchup on the wall. So it's like, good job, Anya, you did it. I'm so proud of you. That's amazing. And so good for you. So yeah, I don't know, it's just fun. So yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the same answer. I just gave. The fact that his skill set is an actor's skill set makes it really easy for me to kind of understand where his baseline is and how he's strategizing and what tactics he's trying to employ and all of that stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, good, we're good. Thank you all just for voice acting, because like whenever I hear you guys on screen, I just smile. But other than that, what is your favorite line from your favorite episode in the show?
Ooh. We all like the castle episode. And I love the whole time. I had to say it like 20 times. Oh no, save me! Oh no! Save me! Lloyd was very cute in that episode.
Yeah.
He was so blushy and cute. He was adorable. Don't break it. Delicate.
I certainly love that episode. I really like when he dips into the when he starts to go south a little bit on what is it? There's that sinking feeling again.
We have some really funny like deadpan lines.
Yeah,
I also really love my other thing that I love when you two do is whenever Anya's like, I hate you. And then you two are just like freaking out. So I'm like, yeah, cry. You love her. It's great.
I'm trying to think because I definitely used the shot in the butt episode. And it's so good. I also really do love kind of the climax of the cruise ship episode too, though. So it's a little more genuine, and I love her whole. I don't need there to be peace speech that she gives right at the end, and her saying, even if I'm killed, even if I'm not able to do this, even if it means I have to leave the forgers behind. And then she goes, I'm sure Lloyd will understand that. And then you're just like, but then she's like, and that's the reason I won't give up this fight. And then she's like, time for more murder.
I like that Anya just was like, I found your knife. And she's like, I helped. And I'm like, Anya, you're facilitating murder. Child.
Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for doing this panel. SPYxFAMILY is one of my favorite dubs of all time. You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
My question is, with the new movie coming out, is the voice acting and the way you approach voice acting different between when you're doing the TV episodes versus doing the higher production movie?
That's interesting. Well, I would say in the very beginning of the movie, they kind of, because, if you have never seen Spy Family, you can go watch this movie. So the first maybe 3-4 minutes of the movie, they're just kind of doing the whole this man is an assassin, or this man is a spy, she's an assassin. And it's them walking they're coming home or something from being on editing. And so it's that, so you kind of approach it that way where you're we're reintroducing things very briefly so people can understand as they're going into this movie. So that's kind of different because sometimes you just hop into an episode and you're like, yeah, we all know what's going on. So there was that's interesting and kind of fun to do. But yeah.
I don't think I approached the vocal attack any differently. There was some discussion trying to figure out if it was canon, trying to figure out if
where it sits within
the
yeah.
So that was a little tricky, but other than that, no, I don't think I thought of it in a different way than I do the episodic stuff.
No, I don't think. I mean, it felt definitely kind of it fit like a glove, in terms of it felt like another episode, but
just a very really long form episode, yeah.
But I did think it was interesting when I went in. I started to kind of feel a little bit nervous again, and not anything.
It kind of felt a little new.
But yeah, it was oh, this is a new thing. This is my first time doing theatrical before, so I was just oh, this is kind of a big deal.
I just got to do 10 times more slapstick. Yeah. All these stupid voices. They're all doing really cool things in the movie, and I'm just over here and running around
But it's the best part.
Yeah, it really is.
But we did discover that the word bag shows up
Big.
so much, and apparently my Midwestern accent was
Big.
bag, yeah, just because Yor has to say bag so much, and
It haunted you.
Chris was just roasting me for filth. He was. So just know that every single time you hear Yor say the word bag, there is at least 5 takes of me screaming incoherently because I didn't do it right the first time.
Yeah.
So there's a blooper reel out there somewhere.
Yeah, there is. There's a great line. I wish this doesn't spoil anything, but Anya has a line. I like chicken. I like chicken. And so I just, for whatever reason, I just decided it was the end of my session for that day, and Natalie hadn't recorded yet, so I just went. I love chicken!
and they left it in, so when I was recording,
so when she recorded, she heard me screaming, I love chicken!
I think I missed my cue for that one because I was laughing so hard.
Yeah. So it's out there somewhere. But yeah.
We begged Chris to keep in the session.
It's so funny.
Yeah, we were begging. We were like, please leave it in. He was like, oh, I'll think about it.
No.
I'll think about it. I don't know.
I'm glad to have that extra context.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So now when you watch the movie, you'll be like, oh, there's the chicken line.
Hello, thanks for coming. This is my first time talking to actual actors. Yay. What was the experience like working on Spy Family Season 1?
Oh, on season 1? It was fun because we kind of had this inkling of like, oh yeah, this is gonna be big. And you never really know how big a show is gonna be. Like, is this gonna be like big within just the anime community? Is this gonna be so big that it kind of branches out into a little bit, like kind of like My Hero, where it like has branched out into more pop culture, like in Demon Slayer, where kind of, it's just one of those shows you kind of just see. So even if you don't watch anime, you're like, oh yeah, I've seen the pictures of those guys or whatever, you know, I don't know what it is. We were kind of like, you know, what is it, what level is this gonna be? And I think when they brought us to Anime Expo, and the year it premiered, and right before the episodes dropped, or like the first episode dropped, and right after, and we walked out, and it's just a room of like 2,000 people, and we were like, okay, well, great. And then it's kind of the question of, okay, well, is this just the initial hype? Is it just like everyone's really excited and then it's gonna kind of die down? So it's been throughout season 1 and like throughout that first year of season 1, it was a very pleasant surprise that it resonated so well with so many people, and it's just continued to resonate. And I think that was the best part of like watching that first season and that first kind of year, watching everything unfold, and yeah, for us, because yeah, it was wonderful. You don't get to, it's just one of those special things. It's not every day you get to do a show that becomes something as big as this. And so yeah, we're really grateful, and it's special. So yeah.
Thank you for answering my question.
Welcome. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Titi. Hi, haha. I just want to know, what is it being try your money?
Ooh, Twior? Do we like Twior?
Oh, do we like Twior the headcanon?
Oh yeah, do we?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, very much like.
I want them to kiss. I want them to smoochy smoochy.
Mother and father are birding.
Mama and Papa are flirting. Anya's like the #1 Twior shipper. She really is.
What?
I love the art.
What is your biggest money, try your?
My biggest what?
Biggest money.
Oh, opinion. Oh, sorry. My brain is not working.
Yeah, the echoing.
The echoing. We're like echo. Opinions. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Do you think they're in game? Yeah.
I have a lot of thoughts.
Alex doesn't understand terms like shipping.
No, I do.
Okay. Well, I have to explain it to you at one point.
I get it. Because you taught it to me.
Now you get it. You were like, what is shipping?
Held him at gunpoint.
I think the whole thing is that they're being really careful.
Yeah.
The more I think about it and look at it, on the question of will they, won't they?
They are.
The thing the
fine line they're walking.
Well, the thing that keeps standing out to me is that they're very careful. Neither one of us ever have even any like mental internal lines that indicate any sort of romantic feeling at all. Like they don't mention it even inside themselves.
Yeah.
So that means to me either, it seems to me that they are trying to delay that event as long as possible to create more and more tension.
Yeah.
So we're playing a tension and release game.
That's the best part.
Yeah, and I don't know, I just find it kind of remarkable that there's this assumption that of course that they are destined to meet romantically at some point, and yet neither one of them has indicated at all that that's in the cards. So I don't know, I just find that interesting. I don't know where we're going, but I think it could go a variety of
Listen,
ways.
we've all read a 50 chapter 200,000 word fanfic on AO3 and they don't kiss until chapter 49. Okay, that's the best part. It was worth every moment, every waiting, every paragraph.
Like for me, like I agree with you on the fact that like they haven't mentioned it, and my read of that honestly has been that they have both grown up in wartime and they've had such maladaptive childhoods, and they're trying to be normal about it, and they're also so hyper focused on everyone else around them that they have never really open themselves up to the possibility that they can ever feel that way and experience those kind of feelings, or even know what that looks like in a healthy way, that they're constantly going, oh, well, these feelings mean blah, 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 and these feelings explain my reasoning and my behavior in this way. And so the reason they haven't mentioned it is they have no context for how to explain or describe those feelings, so they're constantly applying them to other things and explaining them away, but they're like, I have feelings that I don't know, and it must be...
The layman's terms is they're big dum-dums.
Except, Lloyd, a couple of times, Lloyd has these internal monologues where he says something to the effect of, I've seduced thousands of women in my time for the sake of missions, why am I having so much trouble here? And I always am like, really?
Are you blind, man?
How does, I don't know, because he seems so oblivious and yet he's apparently like this, has this history of...
That's a charm, isn't it? They're so disillusioned by each other. But yeah, that was a great question. Thank you.
And Megan?
Yes.
Are you going to sign autographs in the deer's room?
Oh yes, after our panels, we will be back down there. So yeah, we'll be there all day.
Because I would got your autograph yesterday, but you didn't.
Well, I'm here all weekend. So yeah, we'll be there after this. So
okay, so
we're gonna see all of you there.
Okay, and
right?
Make sure to actually learn how to be a better cook.
Yeah, please do be a better cook. Thank you. Hello.
Hey, Ethan here. Nice to meet you
Hi,
guys.
Ethan.
The show's amazing. Spy Family, I love it. It's freaking incredible. You know,
Thanks.
amazing anime. It's so fun to watch. I remember when I actually watched it at first in Japan. I watched it back when I came back to the States.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, sweet.
So it was like what episode? It was episode 11, season 2, when Becky came over and Anya was like so like oblivious about her having feelings towards
Becky is amazing.
Yeah.
Becky has issues.
The whole thing makes me feel very
I literally told Chris, I was like, I'm gonna watch this episode once, and that might be my
She's
level.
insane, but it is this very real thing.
It's so real.
It's a very real thing where like little girls will have crushes on like, you know, it's like that joke, you know, when you're like in middle school and like you're at the like community pool and you want the hot like lifeguard to think you're you're like yes, and then you're like trying to flip your hair like a mermaid thinking, oh, that's gonna get him, you know, like that's Becky. She's like flipping her hair around, and then she looks at Yor with such disgust. And the fact that Anya's like, I don't know, I kind of like Becky's bougie house. You know what? I think this is great. I think I like this. Like Anya's just in it for the food, you know? Like, like Anya, you could just go spend the night. Like it's fine. Whatever. But yeah, it's great. I love it.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's a great show. You know, thanks for this show. You know, it's amazing and just making it so fun. I appreciate the work you guys do.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. It was nice to meet you guys.
You too.
Real quick before you start, we have reached the lightning round. We have 10 minutes remaining.
Oh, yes.
So
All
I'm
right.
mainly talking to us. We've
Okay,
reached the
okay.
lightning round, so we've
Okay,
we've
okay,
pushed through.
good
We're going
enough.
to try to answer the next series of questions very quickly. Go.
Ready, set, go.
Hi, I have a question for you all. What do you guys think Anya would do if Bond had stolen Anya's peanuts?
There would be some fighting going on in that house. Listen, she almost disowned that dog when he ripped up the toy. It took a little mending. So I don't know.
I think it would be definitely a sobbing, hysterical mess to deal with.
Yeah, she'd be very angry. And then Twilight would have to be like, I will buy you more. It's fine.
And then he'll have an existential crisis for the next 2 days about how he trained Bond incorrectly somehow.
Yeah.
Why can't she read the dog's mind?
No, she can.
Can she?
Yeah,
What-
she can.
when?
Because he sees the future, so she sees the
Oh,
future.
right. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then it wouldn't happen because she would know it was going to happen before it was going to happen, right?
I don't know. What if he did it when she wasn't home?
She would know it was happening while it was
Her peanut senses are tingling. That was a good question.
Okay, next question.
Yay, thank you.
Lightning round.
So, like, a lot of people like watching in dub, but then other people like watching in sub. So, like, are the lines better? Do you guys think that your lines are better in sub or dub?
Honestly, okay, we love it all because we actually watch the whole process. We have to watch the Japanese before every line we record, so everything we record is based on what we've heard in the Japanese. I will say sometimes, because in Japan, animation is done after they record all their audio, so sometimes we're able to go in.
I have actually been told they do quite a bit of dubbing of their own stuff too.
Yeah, I'm sure they do, because after the fact, sometimes if they don't go in and redub, sometimes there's like random flaps here and there, or maybe it didn't sync up very well or after the fact, but nothing that's like noticeable to an everyday watcher. It's just because we look at these things so much that we're like, oh, look at that, there's that flap, look at that flap, you know? So we're just cursed with the knowledge, and so, you know, sometimes we're able to go in and maybe tighten things up and fill in those flaps and gaps that happened in animation, but other than that, like, I mean, everything's pretty on par, I think. Like, I feel like, and I've heard clips from like a lot of the different languages, and they all sound really great. So
The sub is super strong for the show.
We watch both. They're both great. I think both are excellent. And at the end of the day, we're an accessibility option.
We are. We're a language option on a DVD. Okay.
You know, whatever makes it easier for you to watch and enjoy the show, we're thrilled you love it as much as we do.
Yeah.
Lightning round.
Yay! Thank you. If you go like this, there you go. Tilt it down. Yeah, there you go.
Truth or
dare?
I just blasted everyone's eardrums.
That's okay.
Truth or dare?
Truth.
Do you support Damian Anya shipping?
Oh my God. Yes, because Damian is so cute, and he's so tiny, he only has room in his body for one emotion at a time. He's like, just, you know, he's like Stitch, and he has like the angry meter, like that's his body. And so I love that he has a crush on Anya. It's very obvious he has a crush on Anya, but he doesn't understand what that is, so he just equates it to being so mad. So I really love it, and then I also love that Anya is so uninterested, and she's just like, you need to figure yourself out. Okay, bye. And she's like, whatever, and he's just like,
be friends whenever you're done having whatever.
yeah, whenever your existential crisis is over, we can be friends. And he's just like, and I love it. So yes, adorable. Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Hi. So my question for you is, what's your favorite scene in Eden Academy?
Ooh, in Eden Academy, I like it when Anya is lying at the end of season 2, and she's talking about the cruise, like going on the trip, and she's like, we went on a cruise, and she thinks it's gonna be super special, and all the kids are like, oh, that boat's kind of old and tacky. And then she's like, oh, well, there were these really cool circus guys, and blah, 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 and she's like starting to make things up, and they're all just like, okay, well, and then Becky's like, I met this famous actress, and they're like, wow, Becky, tell us more, and then Anya's just like, Why? Like, I'm trying to be normal, and she can't. It's impossible. So that's my favorite.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
My question is for all three of you. What are your favorite family bonding moments from the show?
I like it when Yor cooks something terrible and Anya and Lloyd get to like bond over, like they're sitting next to each other and they both know the score and what has to happen, and they are equals in that moment. I enjoy that.
That's good. That's good. I like whenever Anya makes them feel guilty for being bad parents, and she guilts them into being better parents. That's my favorite.
I love the castle episode where they're all
just trying to make her happy.
Yeah, they're all trying to have their best life, and Lloyd is just barely keeping it together.
It's so funny too, because he's like, oh my god, everyone that I work with is gonna think I know. Everyone's like, he's so cool, and he's like, God, I'm so embarrassed right now. Oh my god, it's so lame. Like it's amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You can tilt it back up. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, lightning round.
Lightning round.
Do you guys method act? For example, Alex, do you pretend to be a spy? Natalie, do you kill people? And Megan, do you go to elementary school?
I've never thought about the concept of a voice actor method acting before.
Tyler, who voices Bond, he actually comes in on all fours and he's like, they put the microphone down by the floor for him. You know? I don't know. I'm very childish. Already, you can ask my husband. I'm very childish.
Can you imagine if in the booth I was like, Chris, you need to call me Lloyd. Like I can be in the headspace.
That's what we should do when we go in next. We'd be like, no, I'm in the zone. I need you to call me Anya. Starlight Anya, please. I cannot perform if you don't.
I mean, if I had killed someone, what makes you think I'd say it here?
Did you feed the body to your chihuahuas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lightning round, 4 minutes.
4 minutes, oh my god.
Okay, so I was wondering, Megan, if you could say a Sasha line in the voice of Anya.
Oh my god. No spoilers, but for those of you that know, meet. You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited to see you guys. My question is for Megan and Jonas. There are a lot of bonding moments between Anya and Yor, but most of my favorite parts is when Yor gets really angry. Do you have to get into the angry position while you're voice acting for Yor?
Honestly, most of the time, like if I'm doing Yor and she's kind of anxious, a lot of times I kind of try to fidget a little bit and like kind of wring my hands and just kind of have that, and kind of there's a little bit of stiffness. But when usually Yor is assuming more of like her assassin kind of in control,
parkouring around the building.
Right. You know, like you do. I usually try to make sure I have a firmer stance. I'm a lot more, my chest is open. I have a lot more breast support. And I just try to embody that with my physicality and my the way I stand, so that way it kind of channels through in the performance. So that's usually where that's kind of coming from.
Thank you. She is awesome when she's angry.
When she does that.
Anya loves it too.
Hello, I've actually never seen the show, but I just want to say have a wonderful day.
Thanks. You too. Don't worry, we're converting him, everyone. Okay, he's gonna go home and watch the show, and he's gonna be a fan for life.
Whoever knows him or is with him, begin the pressure now.
Yeah, pressure, peer pressure.
Hello.
Hello.
I've never spoken to anybody from an anime panel.
Yay!
So stage fright kind of movement. Hope I'm not making anybody deaf, right?
No, you're doing great.
Okay, this is a question for Nat. What was your favorite part about voicing Serval and Honkai Star Rail?
Oh, Serval, I love her. I love her. The way I relate to her specifically is she's a musician and also an engineer, which is like cool. I have an engineering degree and 10 years of piano, so absolutely.
Like this is me.
Wow, they could not have made a more tailor-made character for me. So I really loved it. My favorite part was working with our director, Phil. I really vibed really well with Phil, and he's such a fun director who really pushes you, but in a way that makes you feel like at the end of the day you're getting the best performance out. And so Phil really pushed me, especially with the her companion quest and her background with Cocolia in such a way. I'm so proud of the acting I was able to do and what the performance he was able to get. And I just still look back on every experience on that game so fondly. It was such a great time.
Thank you. Rock on.
All right, good news and bad news. Bad news, this is the last question.
Okay.
Good news, we will all be at our tables for the rest of the day. So, and the weekend.
If you have a question that you did not get to ask,
You can come see us.
come see us at our table.
Please come see us. We'll be there. That's what we're there for. So yeah, this is our last question.
Okay, so I've seen you all before, and I
Oh my
just,
gosh, yes.
so I
I
brought
recognize
something
you.
here for Natalie, and I'm just wondering when she might be able to fix something on it. for me.
Yes.
At the table for sure.
Yes.
Mac has a wonderful full coverage cross stitch of Yor that he's working on. That I'm an avid cross stitcher as well, so I love it.
It's beautiful.
And I forgot to cross the T when I stitched my signature, which is still one of the coolest things I ever did. So
You
yes,
fool.
I should be back at my table. I gotta go eat Chipotle real quick.
Yeah.
And then I will be back at my table by like I'd say 2:45 safely.
Yay! Well,
Thank you guys.
thank you guys so much.